Hey all, a Knives Tale here, and I'm bringing you not another knife review. Um, Today we're going to be looking at this, the Tuya Anzu. I had an unboxing and I had a whole thing, but none of that's happening. I'm actually going to be sending this knife back, so I figured we would just do a quick look at it real fast. Because I do like the overall design of this knife. There are several problems with this knife, though. The primary reason I'm sending mine back is there is up and down play in this knife. And I don't like that one bit. I don't know if it's just lock flex, but doesn't feel like it. Feels like there's also some up and down play. So this knife is going back. But there are a couple fundamental problems with this thing beyond just that. Though even then, I still like the knife. It's just I think there are some design improvements that need to be made for like a V2 or something. Even though this knife just came out from Tuya. First of all, and probably most importantly, is this clip. This clip is bad. This clip is not comfortable. It's too tall, and not only is it too tall, but it's too angled, it's hard angled, and it's kind of like it shadow boxes itself by being cut out, which only creates a secondary hard angle on top of the hard angle of the clip, so it's got like two kind of sharp angles here. And it's pointy. And it is kind of a hard, skinny stick in your hand. In fact, you can kind of see it just from grabbing onto it once. The impression it made. There is a way to get it where it's kind of okay, but honestly, it's still poking into me. The clip is just bad. It needs to be a little wider, move down on the knife just a tiny bit to be more centered, and rounded. And maybe not even quite as tall. Which is funny because it doesn't even have a lot of flex. Like, I mean, it's got good tension on it, but it does not have a lot of give. And again, it's sharp here. The clip is a major problem. It is not particularly comfortable in my hand. Again, part of the issue, I think, it needs to be just, maybe instead of going up like this, it needs to go down and sit more centered. I don't know. It looks okay, and it kind of has a similar vibe to the rest of the knife, but weirdly enough, like, even these notches in the knife that kind of have the similar lines are much softer. It needs to follow their example and be just different, because it's quite unpleasant. And I'm usually okay with most clips if you can feel them, but this is beyond that. Another issue is this jimping. While it functions, it's too wide. It's a little sharp and it's not super comfortable. But I'd give it a pass for this. It's just I think it could be improved. The other improvement that needs to be made, in my opinion, are just slight chamfers right here and here. Because it is kind of hard to dig in there. You gotta kind of dig for it a little bit. You can do it, no problem. Kind of. The thumb flick is not satisfying at all because you kind of gotta jam your finger in. There needs to be a chamfer right here. Just a big, nice, old flat line running on both sides. So, as it is, I really don't recommend this knife. It's really cool. It's really interesting. I like just the simplicity of the straightforward design. I like that there's no showing screws. It's all kind of down in here attached to that. I like what they were going for. The chamfer would also help with the access. Because even though there is access, it still feels a little bit tighter than it needs to be. So, this knife is going back not only primarily because of the problem, but also the plunge grind needs to be improved. I mean, the plunge is hitting the edge. In fact, it almost looks like the plunge is further than the edge. Ow. Yeah, this all amounts to a problem. I would actually, unfortunately, stay away from this one. Which is a shame, because it's a good-looking knife. So, just figured I'd bring that to you. How to do it. Don't really want to do it, but I guess that's kind of my job here, right? So, that's all. See you in the next one.